Hello everyone, welcome to this class. In today's class we are going to deal with set. We've done set in our previous class in chapter 5, but here we are going to deal with practical application. First, let's revise what we did in chapter 5. Let's start. You have example 1. Given a set, when you have all these kind of irregular character, it means the universal set. F, O, R, M, U, L, A, and E. That's for universal set. Then for set A, you have F-R-E-M-E. For set B, you have R-U-L-E. First thing you have been told is to draw a Venn diagram showing A, B, and C. So we're going to have a rough sketch. So we're not going to just very rough sketch. Let's say we have a rectangle. This is a rectangle. And the one that contains all the sets is the universal set. So this rectangle represents this universal set, right? The next thing you're going to have is A. Now you have to check whether there is something with that is in A that is in B. You can see R is a R here, so means A and B can intersect each other. If there is nothing in A and B, make sure that these circles are not intersecting. So the next thing you're going to check is first, start from those that are intersecting. What do you have in common? We have R in common, so you put R here. Check if there's any other thing in common. Have E, so you put E. So whatever that you have put here, when you want to write out for E, don't put them again. So R and E are taken out, so you have F, E, and M left out. So what the whole plan is to make sure that this is A, this is B. So make sure that this circle that represents A contains everything that A has. That's the whole plan. And this circle that represents B contains everything that B has without repeating anyone. So if we check, everything that A has already been represented by this circle. So go to B. We have R is already here, E is already here. So you're left with U and L. So just put U and L. So after that, we'll go for the universal set. Universal set, anything that is already in A and B, we're not repeating it. So just go for those ones that are not here and are not here. So if you check, F is here, O is not here, and O is not here too. So you write O. R is here, M is here, U is here, L is here, A is here, E is here. So it's only O that is outside. So this is the Venn diagram representing these three sets combined. The next thing we are asked is for question B. List the elements of A intersection B. So we go to question B. A intersection B. Remember in our last class, this is a sign for intersection. Intersection stands for what does A and B has in common, which we've already done it in our Venn diagram. So the answer is simply R and E. The next one, find the number of A union B. C. A union B, the number. What does this mean? It means how many elements do you have inside A union B. So A union B simply means what when you combine A and B, the total element they have. You don't need to repeat anyone. So simply goes like this. We start with F, R, A, M, E. We've done for A. Then when we are doing for B, don't repeat anything. First element is R. Already we've put R, so you're not repeating it. You leave it. U, L, E has already been repeated, so we don't need to repeat. So this is the element. So we are being told to find the number. This N represents number, so we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So N, number of A union B is what? 7. That sums up just example 1. So as you can see, we are in chapter 8 of our textbook that we are using, General Mathematics for Secondary School. And in this chapter 8, we just did example 1. Now there is something I want to refresh our memory on before we proceed. This is set symbols and this is the meaning. When you have P is equal to Set, remember set is being written in curly brackets. So this is the two curly brackets, A, B, C, D. Simply means P is a set A, B, C, D. When you have Q is equal to 1, 2, 3. When you have 3 dots inside set means and so on. You continue going on. You know, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, you cannot just write everything together. So you just use this 3 dots to represent it. This sign represents empty set or null set. This is another way you can also represent by writing the curly bracket and leaving it empty. These two signs are used to represent the universal set. E means element of. E, that is strike, means not element of. C means subset. C that is strike means not subset. C facing the left hand side means contains. P union Q, that's what we just did. Union means both of them combined together without repeating any element. And P intersection Q, this stands for intersection, what we just did in our example 1. While N stands for number. All these things we've done it in chapter 5, so you can check our class on chapter 5 and refresh your memory. Let's go to the exercise part of this class. So we'll go to exercise 8A number 9. We have if universal set is 2, 4, 6, 8, ... 20, simply means all the even number till 20. That's what this represents. Remember our last notation. And M stands for multiples of 6 less than 20. And L, even number less than 14. Write down the members of the following. Before we start this, let's write out all this again. We have the universal set to be. I can write it out because it's something I can do. So let's just go. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, ... 20. You simply know what this means. It means 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 to 20. Then M, the multiples of 6 less than 20. So the first multiple of 6 is 6 times 1, which is 6. 6 times 2, which is 12. 6 times 3, which is 18. 6 times 4 is 24, which is already greater than 20. So we're going to stop here. While L stands for even number less than 14. So even number we have to 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Sorry, 10, 12, and they say less than 14. So if it is less than 14, will not be included. So these are the 3 sets we have. So the first thing we have been told is A, M union L. So A, we have M union L. We have, remember the trick I told you can use to solve it. Just start with 1 and end in the other one. Let's start with L. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Union simply means both of them combined without repeating. So let's go to M. We have 6 is already here, so we're not repeating it. 12 is already here, so we're not repeating. 18 is not here, so we'll now add the 18. So this is our answer. We go to the next one, B. B says M intersection L. Simply look for what M and L has in common. This is M, this is L. 6 is here. 12 is here. I think that's the only thing they have in common. So we'll just simply write 6 and 12. The next one is M intersection the union set. Any number, sorry, M union the union set. Any number that is a union, that is, you have been told to look for the union with the union's universal set. Don't always make that mistake. This is universal set, not union set. M union the universal set simply means you are getting the universal set, but simply union means combination of the two without repeating. And mind you, this is the universal set. Anything that is here, so you don't need to repeat this, and you end up having your universal set back. So if I'm to do this, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, ... 20. So let's say we want to check for this one. This M, 6 is already here. 8 and 12 is inside this ... because this dot stand for 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Same thing with 18. 18 is already here. So this is our answer, which is also equal to the what? The universal set. You can simply just write your answer to be universal set. Let's go to D. This says universal set intersection M. intersection M. Any set that is being intersecting the universal set, the answer will still give you the set back. Let's go, let's check it out. This is M. 6 is here, 6 is here, 12 is here. Remember I said 12 is inside here. Okay, let me just write it out for those that will know that this dot 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 stands for 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. Mind you, I'm able to write it out because this is a set that is finite. There are some set that I cannot write out. Maybe say write 1 to 3 dot dot dot. There's no I can write out to 1 million to 2 million and the rest. But this one is just possible. That's why you can see this. So you have M. Let's go. 6 is here, so write as 6. 12 is also here. Write at 12. 18 is also here. Write at 18. Every other thing the universal set has is not here, so it's not an intersection. So this is your answer for universal set intersecting M. So this is also equal to M. So to shortcut, anytime you see a universal set union with another set, the answer is just the universal set. And anytime you see a universal set intersecting another set, the answer is the set, the other subset that you're intersecting for. So let's go to E. You have the universal set intersection of intersecting L. Remember what I told you. This is a subset of universal set. When you intersect it with universal set, you just get L. Let's not waste too much time solving it further. Then we'll go to F. You have L union universal set. L union universal set. Remember what I said. Any set that is union with universal set is simply what? The universal set. You can solve for these two things and you see that you are getting the same answer. So the number 10 part of it, let's go to that. So we're on the next page. This is the number 10. I have to write all this data out because the first question says we should draw the Venn diagram of the data. So for us to draw the Venn diagram using the rough sketch as I taught you earlier, simply do something like this, a rough sketch. The rectangle will stand for the universal set. This rectangle will stand for the universal set. And from our previous class, we noticed that these two are intersecting because those are the subsets that will be inside the universal set. So when you draw the first circle, this one will stand for M. Draw the second circle, that will stand for L. So first, write out what both of them have in common. They have 6 and 18 in common. So you have 6 here, 18. Then complete that for M. 12 is the thing that is left. So make sure that the circle that has M has everything without repeating. Go to L. You are writing everything except 6 and 18. So you have 2. Okay, no need comma. Just put it randomly. 2. I have 4. 6 already, so leave it. 8, 10, 12. You don't need to repeat 18. So you're coming for the universal set. Anything that is not inside M and L, you just put them outside. 2 is here, 4 is here, 6 is here, 8 is here, 10 is here, 12 is here, 14, 14, 14. Okay, now write out 14, 16, 18 is here, so you don't need to write it then 20. This is your Venn diagram representing this set that we just finished doing. So the next question we are asked is, in our question 10 is, we have been told number BI to find this number, to find this number of M union L. First of all, let's look for M union L. M union L is what M and L have, combining M and L without repeating. So let's start from L. We've done this already in the previous one, and what we got from question 9 where we did it in the other period that we just done is, okay, let's do it again. You have L, 2, 4. I'm writing out everything I have in L already. Then when you go to M, make sure you do not repeat. 6 is already there, so you're not repeating it. 12 is already there, so you're not repeating it. 18 is already here, so you're not repeating it. I think there is an error here. For those that observe it, thank you very much. In L, we don't have this 18. Well, it stopped at 12. So the intersection inside this should be 6 and 12. Sorry for that mistake. 6 and 12. And for that reason, when you're checking for M, you have 6, 12 is already here. So what you're supposed to have here is 18. This is a Venn diagram. When I felt that initially. Then coming to when you're checking for L, you have 6 and 12 inside here. So 12 shouldn't be here anymore again. So for M, you have 6, 12, and 18. While for L, sorry, you have 6, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 outside. Then for the universal, I think everything is still the same. 2 is here, 4 is here, 6 is here, 8 is here, 12 and 10 is here, 12 is here, 14 is nowhere here, so put 14, 16 is here, 18 is already inside here, so no repeat 20. So this is a correction. Sorry for that error. So when we come back here, we have M union L. So my L will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm stopping at 12. So go to L. 6 is here, so no repetition. 12 is here, so no repetition. 18 is not here, so write it at 18. This is our M union L. So where we are being told to do for the number, which is number of M union L, we now just count the elements in this set, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your answer is 7. For the B part, for the II part, you have been told to look for, N, the number of M intersection L. So first of all, M intersection L is, what does M and L have in common? They have 6 and they have 12 in common. You can even see it in the Venn diagram. So you just have 6 and what? 12. So your N, number of M intersection L will be 1, 2, which is just 2. Thank you. If you have any question, do it to drop in the comment section. This is all for today's class.